What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's episode 35 of the Daily Dadbod Golf Podcast, the only daily golf podcast out there. You got Kyle, Ben, Nate back at it again. We've calmed down. We've done a little meditation.
I don't know
today.
that we have. I don't know that we've really calmed down.
I have.
Maybe speaking
I
for
was,
myself.
but
No, after a night of sleeping on it, I think Nate actually got more jacked up today than he was yesterday during the podcast.
Nate was,
dude, I was laying in bed at 6:30 this morning, listening to the podcast, just punching pillows, just firing off.
that's the best segment we've ever had.
Yeah.
That's whenever I said after that segment, I was like, guys, we got a shot. We got a shot at making big of this thing. This is something special. This is something special.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Was,
so like I said,
special, all right.
yeah, it's episode 35. We got three different things we want to talk about today. One of them is sort of like, I think it's kind of like a classic thing that we started, and it's going to be this will be a good way to just ease back in with not a lot of controversy. And then we're going to hit some controversy, I'm sure, on the next segment, and then definitely going to hit some controversy in the last segment. So the first one is we're going to talk about is our classic. Who would you rather have in? Who would you rather have out? This field, the top 30 are going to the Tour Championship. So who in the top 30 would you rather have out? And then who outside would you rather have in? And we'll just go around the horn and have some fun with it. And then probably we're going to agree on some of the stuff, I'm sure.
So I think they had to be in the playoffs, right? They had to be within the top 125. That's where we're going to draw the line.
Yeah. That's fine.
You can't say like Tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't say that. Yeah.
Dang it.
Ben,
Let me change my pick real quick.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead and
No, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead because I think I'm gonna change my pick. So you guys go right ahead.
Ben, we know it's Phil. So just
it's not Phil. It is not Phil.
Nate, lead it off.
Although I may go with Phil now that you said that.
Should I go who what have we been doing? We've been going who's out first?
Who's out first? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is gonna be really simple, really easy, very clear cut. I think if you look at the field from top to bottom, it's very obvious that Bryson's not teeing it up this week. No chance. Get your boy out of here. He can go. I don't know what he wants to do. He can go try and get a swing a mile an hour faster. And just to make you super mad,
you didn't put that in your equation, did you?
I'm going to replace him with just Mr. Vanilla, Hudson Swafford. Welcome to the Tour Championship.
Oh, my gosh. Get out of here. That's the worst
Bryson
thing.
Out. Hudson Swafford, what's up? Dadbod Electric, good morning. Welcome. You tee off at 140.
I got to be honest with you. I might as well go now, Kyle, because that was my pick too.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I thought about it. I was walking the dog earlier. I was like, you know what he didn't put in his equation? Me taking Bryson and sitting him on the bench and not being able to play this weekend. There went that player of the year.
As soon as Ben said, let's just do the whole field instead of like 21 through 30, I was like, great idea. Bryson DeChambeau. Not inside the 21 through 30, but certainly in the entire field.
See, the thing is, guys, y'all make picks and stuff with your heart, with your emotion, and not with your head. Why, as a golf podcast with Daily, who needs content, why would we want Bryson out of the field, guys? Come on. I can't do all the work for us.
Because now he's going to go practice for the long drive championships. We can talk about that.
Because the Instagram videos coming from his living room on Saturday and Sunday could equal him missing 17 putts coming down the stretch that he's going to do.
There's no doubt.
Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, he's averaged more points. He's averaged the most points per event as a major winner in the FedEx Cup. So let's don't pretend like he's just okay.
You know the new part of your equation, the fact that Nate just kicked him out. So that's you need to factor that in. I'm actually going to take somebody different because I thought about this yesterday.
You're done.
No, because and the reason
pick, you're about to get muted.
No. He's so upset. Mute Nate. He's the first one that did it.
So let me go ahead and get my guy out, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to throw the little shout out to my wife on this. Get the most milquetoast boring guy in the whole field who hasn't won a major. Patrick Cantlay out of the field. My wife said he has the most unfortunate last name, Cantlay. Wow. Get out of here, Patrick Cantlay. You're gone. You're nothing for content. Get out of here. You're gone.
I don't want to see your little puppy face again about me kicking Bryson out, and then you just turn right back around.
I was gonna go with Patrick Reed, but you're
gonna kick a guy out that's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Nobody likes him. I'm fine with that.
I don't feel sorry for anybody here on the.
You know what? I'm okay with both of them being out. Patrick Reed and DeChambeau.
I was going with Patrick Reed, but now I'm saying Cantlay.
I'll tell you what, 15 million. He gets 15 million in the bank, then whatever your wife thinks about his last name will not stop him from
being a part of that world. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
That's gonna be a name change. Cantlay.
Yeah.
My guy I want in is Kevin Kisner, because that one dude was hollering at him about what was he hollering at him in the stands? He goes, "You know what you can do?
Yes.
You can go."
He said, "He's like, why'd you lay up? What's the point in laying up?"
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you
go F yourself? Basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what he told him. And
that's
then he proceeded to birdie the next 3 holes in a row.
Yeah.
So he backed up his trash talk.
How close did he come? Let's see. He was 38. Okay.
He's number 38.
So he must not have played that good because he had a win. Dang.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He had a win in
late
playoffs.
Win. Yeah.
He didn't have he did not have a strong year, I don't think, otherwise.
All right. So my out that I was going to go with last night, and I was going to change it, but now that's been taken care of with the leadoff man, go ahead and booting my guy out. That's fine with DeChambeau being gone. I'm going to go personal, because if you see, I needed to wear Auburn shirt today, so I'm going personal.
Don't say the word.
I'm not going to say the word. I'm actually kicking. No, I'm kicking because I watched it the other day, and based on your podcast that you did with Jovan, Victor Hovland is gone because they put Auburn out of the NCAA.
There we go.
He and Wolf. If Wolf were in there, I'd have a double kick out. Both of them, the Oklahoma State guys, and Auburn was the only ones that scored a point in that NCAA championship, by the way, against the Cowboys. But that was as Jovan said, that's the closest we've come as a golf team at Auburn University to winning the national title. And they beat Alabama in the SEC with a walk-off putt, and then they go to the NCAAs and make it to the final, or make it down there to take on Oklahoma, and which, by the way, every year is at their home course. I'm not a big fan of that. That's the biggest crock of bull. Yeah, it's at Oklahoma
every single year.
I know the last couple of years have been Oklahoma, so I'm wondering if that's the new thing. That's what, and their excuse is, well, that's not our home course. It's a course that's like close to Stillwater. And it's like, okay, bro, like y'all are
their actual facility.
Yeah, I think it is.
Their facilities are there.
So yeah, he's gone. And then my guy that is going in is I'm going to go because we had an interview previously in the season of Dadbod Golf Pod. I'm going to go with Max Homa. He's done the whole reaching out and trying to connect with the fans, and he needs some more points so he can get that 10 million to be the social media king and all that kind of good stuff. So I wish Max Homa was in. It's who the guy I was wishing was in.
Hey, I'm going to pull something on y'all real quick.
Story.
Real quick.
Yeah.
16 through 30. Pick a guy that you want to win from 16 through 30. These guys are outside chance. Just look at the list real quick. 16 starting with Rory down to Patrick Reed, a guy you want to win from the outside.
Xander. That's an easy one for me. That's Xander. I mean, gold medal already. I'd love to see him win it. That's a hell of a year.
Was it for me always?
Rory?
Yeah.
I'm going Hideki. I want him to start with the Masters and end with the Tour Championship.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Maybe another bow. I don't know. We'll see.
So
yeah, that was a little bonus. I mean, I just pulled them on them boys just out of the blue.
Stuart Sink could be a good one. Georgia Tech guy, but he's from Florence. He's from Florence, Alabama.
He does not claim it.
He doesn't claim from Florence, even though he has a house there.
Why would you?
He does not claim it. It makes people from Florence very upset. Shout out Jay Harris.
Well, then you know what? Then I take that. I take that back. I'm staying with my pick. I want Xander to do it.
Good deal. Hey guys.
Yo,
look sharp. Nate had it on last night.
Got it
on tonight.
Yeah.
We got Swannies.co.
Is that the gray one, Nate? I can't really. My
two-tone, little gray and blue, two-tone.
I like it.
Two-tone
action. Hey, business up top and also business down low.
This
And
is
he's
from
wearing
top to bottom.
and he's wearing pants today for some reason. Well,
Yeah.
that's all.
That's
Swannies.co.
about to change.
Dadbod Golf Pod -25. Take 25% off your order. Save big, guys. That's bigger than free shipping. That's bigger than the 10%, which is just trying to negate tax. Like, this is legit savings. Hopefully you still got time for your September subscription box.
Yeah, and it can go towards that too. That's the one thing that they've had to answer. Like, people think it's just for individual items. It goes towards the whole box.
You can even add it on. You can even add it on sale items. I don't think we're supposed to say that, but you can.
They didn't say we couldn't.
Lame sites won't
Nate's
let you do
already
that.
sold us out on that. He already did that.
Yeah. Lame sites won't let you do that. Swannies.co will, because they're awesome. Look them up, load it up, check it out. Let's go. All right, moving on to our next discussion. And this question was posed. We talked to, I had a random conversation about this, and I wanted to pose it and see what you guys thought. Let's talk our way through it rationally, no emotions, and let's just see where it takes us.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So you got the question is, what is harder to win? The Masters or current setup, the Tour Championship?
The current setup, meaning that you win the Tour Championship, you win the tournament, you win it all. There's no separate. Okay. Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Who would like to go first?
I told you guys when we were talking just briefly about this, I don't want to really give one an edge over the other, because that's one of those things where they can both be won or lost at the back nine on a Sunday. Because I also, and I don't know, we talked about the poses of the changes to the playoff system last night. I still don't like the giving them 10 strokes, the leader. I don't know what it should be, but it just seems like a lot to me. Because, as I said, 25 or 26 through 30 have zero, in my opinion, unless they go out and just stub their toe on the first couple of holes and go like triple double, then they don't really have a shot.
Okay, let's say this. Take away the staggered scoring. Okay. What's harder to win? If you're the low person in the Tour Championship, through the FedEx Cup, through the playoffs, you get to the final 30, you have that low score in the 4 rounds, or winning the Masters. What's more tough? Having the
So just clean slate. Yeah, just best
slate.
4 rounds. Putting the best 4 rounds together. Yeah.
I'm still going to go with Masters, even though I probably shouldn't. I'm going to go with Masters, and the reason being is just because you see so many guys that have that lead when they take the turn at Augusta, and they start going through Amen Corner, and those guys, like, you can have a 6-7 shot lead on Thursday, and even the announcers will talk about it. They're like, it doesn't matter. It's not going to start till the back nine on Sunday. Like, you're not even a factor until Sunday rolls around. So I'm going to go Masters, because I think qualifying, to get in that top 30 is pretty tough, but I still think winning the Masters is just, it's eluded so many people.
Okay.
So there's my reasoning behind it.
Sure. Go ahead.
So
Sure.
Go ahead, Nate.
I talked to my dad. He called me right before we started, and I was like, he's like, what are y'all going to talk about tonight? And I was like, well, is it easier to win the Masters or the Tour Championship? I was like, I think I'm going to go with the Masters. And he's like, I mean, it's a pretty weak field. Like, Bernard Langer's not going to win. That's literally what he said verbatim. And he makes a good point. You can take maybe half the field, at least 20 guys in a Masters field.
Well, you're only getting 30 here
that are not.
Let him finish.
They're not going to play. I mean, they're going to play, but they're, Sandy Lyle, Bernard Langer, the runner up to the British AM. Yeah. So you got those kind of guys, but we have not been able to make the Tour Championship mean enough to have the same nerves on the back nine. You don't see guys fall apart at the Tour Championship. I mean, Rory fell apart on the back nine at the Masters. Molinari fell apart on the back nine recently. I mean, guys have just Speed fell apart. Yeah, Koepka fell apart. Speed fell apart when he tried to win it again when Danny Willett won. It's a fun little fact for you. I bet you didn't know Danny Willett was a major champion.
Yes.
He's got the same number of majors.
That was not a good argument for the Masters. That was not a good argument.
No, it's not. And he just is. I think he's about to lose his card too. So that's even. Yeah, we shouldn't have gone down that road.
Keep going.
But anyway, I think the Masters is tougher to win. I think the bottom half of the field at the Tour Championship doesn't care. They're getting a payday. They don't care. I think everybody at the Masters is just gunning for a major. So that's my argument. The Masters is tougher to win. Everybody's on their A game.
I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to go Tour Championship.
Because I'm a contrarian.
And no, because I actually believe it.
No, it's because he hates tradition and he hates beauty.
No, I love the Masters. I love the Masters. But let's just be honest. You said it. You got guys. Danny Willett will play. He will be a contestant in every Masters, and he's about to lose. He will not have a tour card, but he will be able to play in the Masters every single year. Okay. You got returning champions. You got AM champions. So the field, to start off, like you said, well over 50% are not going to even have a close to chance to win the tournament. And you say, oh, well, the Players Championship is also a small field too. But the difference is those are 30 of the hottest golfers of the year. There's no past exemptions. There's no I played good 3 years ago and all my good stuff hasn't quite run out yet. You got every single year, it's the 30 hottest golfers of that year through the whole season from September.
My argument to that.
Sure.
That same 30 that we're looking at that's playing, they also got to play in the Masters. It's the same 30 that are in the same field.
But not necessarily.
And you can't say that they stayed hot all year because they didn't. We're talking about Kentley. He missed 4 cuts in a row, but he still was able to.
Not in a row. 4 out of 6.
We just there's several guys that played in the Masters that are not playing in this field.
Right.
There's several guys that are not in it. So yes, that it's the 30 hottest golfers at the same time. They're playing good all at the same time because they have to continue to play good till they get to the Tour Championship. And I'm going to say something that's really going to be controversial. I think Eastlake is tougher scoring wise than the Masters because of the demanding how demanding it is off the tee. The greens probably wash it out, but if you look at scoring, Rory, I think a couple of years ago, he only shot a handful under. He started at 10 under when he won. He only shot a handful under for the 4 rounds.
But how much of that was playing safe golf because he started out with a 10-shot lead?
No, he doesn't. He starts off with a 2-shot lead.
Right.
So not a 10-shot lead.
So who behind him? What did they do? Did they double?
When Justin Thomas? We talked about this when Justin Thomas played, he doubled the first hole or something, and everybody was even to start the whole thing. So that's. That is what it is. And that's only a handful of years.
I'd say Augusta is easy off the tee for sure.
Do what?
Augusta is really easy off the tee.
I would think it's a lot. It's a lot easier to me off the tee based off of playing it on Xbox than it is at Eastlake.
Hey, that's as close as we're probably going to get.
As close as we'll ever get.
That's a fantastic analogy. That's
I think
awesome.
the par threes are probably there's some par threes out there that are just brutal. 15 is either 15 or 16. It's 230, 240.
Yeah, it's a monster.
An island green, that's brutal. There's another hole early in the round that's almost an island green. I just think that here's another thing. Repeat winners. There's tons of repeat winners of the Masters. Mickelson's won it a ton of times. He's never won the Tour Champion. He's never won the FedEx Cup playoffs under the current setup. There's tons of guys. Bubba Watson's another one. Bubba Watson's won twice.
But Masters. I think that's got to do more with them knowing the course. They're played Augusta more than they've played Atlanta Athletic.
So it's easier. So that makes it easier. Exactly.
Eastlake.
I agree.
For that one particular person. Buddy just told us how hard it was. He's played both of those courses.
Sure. I'm just saying Well, he didn't say one was harder than the other.
No, he didn't. But that's what I'm saying. When he talked about how tough it was and like how real hard it was.
We could ask him that. Buddy just played it recently too. I think he just played Eastlake recently.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy Green's played both. We could ask him. He plays Eastlake like once a year.
Has he played the Masters though? I don't think he's played the Masters.
Maybe we should not ask him. I don't really want to know if the answer is no. I don't want to know.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got 2-1. Masters is harder to win than the Tour Championship, and then I'm the contrarian. I think I stood up pretty well with my argument. So
I don't think you did. This is 2 nights in a row that you've just completely faltered, but you're a winner in your own mind, which is awesome.
I think you're just hating because I actually do research and I impress you, and you're just like blown away, and you're like, dang.
So
what can I do? So I'm just gonna make some irrelevant cut down or something like that. Like,
did you look at the scoring average? I mean, I feel like that'd be a really good baseline for. Yeah,
it would be. I will tell you this: they don't shoot 20 under, 18, 19, 20 under at Eastlake. I know that.
But they set the Masters up so those guys can bury the crap out of it on Sunday. I mean, they set the Masters up. It's just the way it's set up. They do that.
They want the roars.
They want 13. So you can eagle 15. You can.
It's easier because it's an easier course.
They want the roars. They want the charges. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And the Masters and Augusta gets what they want.
Yeah, so they set it up to where balls roll to the holes.
It's still it's so much better. And the reason I tell you that is because you can ask anybody that's a member of Augusta, and they're going to tell you it's way better.
I bet the winning score has never been over par at the Tour Championship, and it has indeed, sure enough, been at the Masters. Zach Johnson, 2007.
True.
It's a long time ago, and there's no telling what the weather was. So I mean, there's also has there ever been a 19 under or 18 under win the Tour Championship?
Might have been pre-FedEx.
We'll have to.
I don't know, Zach. I mean, I don't know,
Zach.
I don't know, Kyle. I figured you'd have opposition research out the armpits.
You came in with your almanac last night, so we figured that we would do that tonight too.
I didn't quite do. I didn't go do the scoring.
You pulled a calculator out last night to do your.
That's not true. I did it. Well,
yes, you did.
I did that beforehand. You're right.
Yeah, beforehand,
not during, because that would be cheating.
We're gonna do just so you guys know, there's gonna be a follow up on this. We're gonna check out some scoring averages through the years.
Yes,
because it seems like
I said current setup. I made it.
It's kind of like having a major to be player of the year. Just seems clear cut. Apparently,
I was very clear when I said the current setup to win.
Oh, we didn't know you meant course too.
I was very clear, very, very clear. So if you want to go back and see what they shot like way back when, that's very fine. But
I'm talking about the last 14 years from the playoffs have been around.
Okay.
Or you say current setup? Like what? Define current setup.
Well, basically from the FedEx Cup playoffs. Since the FedEx Cup playoffs.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to figure out what it was in 1993.
Okay, cool.
I wasn't alive then, by the way. You guys want to feel old?
There you go. All right. Moving on, this last one's definitely going to bring fireworks for sure. So there's some articles that came out today where the PGA Tour is really going to crack down on basically unruly fans, from taunting to being loud to being like saying things they shouldn't say, being derogatory towards players, just being loud in general. There's going to be a lot stricter. They called it, what's it called?
Fan conduct policy?
Fan conduct, something like that, policy. And the thing that's kind of going around is that the Brooksy term obviously is going to be considered as something derogatory or something that would be deemed as aggressive, taunting, disrespectful was the word used.
I think those, yeah.
And Twitter has absolutely exploded. And I'm sure we all have takes on this. I'll just, if y'all want me to start, I can, or we can, send it around the room, whatever you want to do. How do you want to do this?
No, Kyle, open it up, Kyle, because it's about to get weird.
It's gonna.
All right, good deal. Well, because I'm definitely
know where you are on this.
I'm definitely the biggest Bryson fan in the crew. So Like this is an example. So Brendan Porath tweets, Jay Monahan says Brooksy shouts would classify as harassing behavior under the PGA Tour fan conduct policy that is disrespectful and they will not tolerate it going forward. Well, everybody loses their mind. They're like, oh, Bryson's such a this, Bryson's such a that, as if this is the only term that is going to be circled and used for the year. That was the whole thing, is we're only doing this over Brooksy. And then when you actually go watch the press conference, they talk about Jay Monahan was very specific in what they were looking to get rid of. And then a reporter asks him, so would the term Brooksy count? And he says, yes, that would count as a disrespectful term. He did not say, hey guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to outlaw the term Brooksy. And I feel like that's what Twitter has taken this to mean. And it's, first of all, let's just, that's not what that means. Number one. Number two, if you want to say Brooksy, you're probably extremely lame, and I don't ever want to hang out with you anyway. That's not funny anymore. It's not funny. Twitter, golf world, it is not funny. It's over. That's like saying get in the hole. It's like saying mashed potatoes. It's like saying mashed potatoes. It's not funny anymore. Be original. Come up with something else. Like call him Muscle Man. I mean, call him something else. Like do research. Like find out what his great aunt's name is on his mother's side and talk about how terrible her cherry pie is or something crazy like that. Like do research, do opposition research. Don't just lean on this term that everybody thinks is hilarious. Oh, I'm going to shout it real loud. Brooksy, after it's up 6 months old. Get out of here, guys. Let's come up with something new.
I bet you don't like it when NFL players dance in the end zone after a touchdown either, do you?
Love that, actually. And that's absolutely not related.
No fun league. You just don't want to have fun. Like, I don't like those idiots doing all that screaming, but I love the fact that it gets under some of their skin when they talk about how you just don't understand how much of a mental workload I have to take in to do that. And it is perception is reality. And this has been going on for the last few weeks. And then the fact that the press conference is now held, I know that what you said, yeah, they asked him if Brooksy was going to be one of those terms. He was like, yes. And everybody's blown it out of proportion. I just find that the timing is off. This should have taken place after the season was over with.
Yeah. Instead
of doing it right now, when he's been complaining and he's been having people kicked out already for this, where Brooks Koepka's actually but bought people cases of beer and sent it to them for all this taking place. So that's the issue that I have with it. That I'm not really blaming Bryson as much, because I do agree with you on that part. All that stuff is old. And it usually has happened after somebody has been there since 8 a.m. going ahead and drinking beers till about 4 when he's teeing off in the afternoon. So they're completely loaded and they have zero filter, because it always turns into somebody screaming something during somebody's swing. And that ticks me off. I have an issue with that.
JT had somebody kicked out either last year or the year before last for yelling that his ball to get in the bunker. Let's don't pretend like Bryson's the only person that's ever asked people to leave.
No, and I'm not. I just said the perception is reality. And the fact that the PGA Tour came out and they had a press conference talking about it today after all this has been taking place and all the chitter chatter amongst the pros. I mean, James Hahn came out today. He's a pro, and he was talking about how people confuse him for looking like other Asians. And
that was a great tweet, by the way.
That was a great tweet.
Can I read this tweet? Can I read that tweet real quick?
Read it, dude.
You can. If you got it in front of you, read it. It's phenomenal.
I've been waiting. I've had it pulled up.
I mean, this is a guy that does the Gangnam style on the green at Arizona. So he's already got a great personality.
James Hahn tweeted, "It's official. Calling Bryson anything but his real name will get you thrown out of a golf tournament. So if any one of you call me Kevin Na, Danny Lee, or Sang Moon Bay, we're going to have some problems." That's awesome.
And then he did the flex. He did the flex emoji
the flex.
At the end.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't think it's comparable at all, but it's still hilarious. It's very hilarious.
It was funny.
What do you think?
I'll agree with Kyle on this. feels weird, but it feels kind of good to be back, agreeing on something. The Brooksy thing is old. Be original. I'm just going to do a shameless plug. Shout out to Brilliantly Dumb is an Instagram account that me and Kyle are both familiar with. And he chirps at these guys when they're walking by, but he's not like pooping on them. I follow him too, Nate. Okay. I'm sorry. You and me hadn't talked about this personally. Okay. So I won't leave you out. Yeah. So the entire podcast is familiar with Brilliantly Dumb, and he is hilarious. I mean, he's gotten Finau to laugh audibly, like look over him and laugh a couple of times. Pat Perez responded, a couple of different guys. The
difference in him is he doesn't do it maliciously while they're swinging. Oh, no, he's doing it maliciously. He's
catching them while they're walking off the tee. Yeah.
And so
except for Bubba Watson.
He's not today, Bob.
Hey, not today, Bob. Not today, Bob.
Yeah.
No chance, Bubba.
No chance.
But anyway, yeah, I think
and as I said, I agree that it's getting old, Nate. I'm just saying the whole kicking them out for it. I mean, warn them. I mean, they're talking about some of these places are kicking them out, and they're never. I mean, because a lot of these people are locals that are going, and they're not allowing them to get tickets ever again.
Yeah,
it's like that's a bit much, especially since.
Well, listen, you know it. I mean, everybody in the golf world knows it. So when you show up to the tournament and you have 14 overpriced Budweisers and you scream Brooksy, sorry,
you go.
You know where you don't have that, Nate? At Augusta, where they're just $2 beers that Kyle can't stand. But I'm just
you want to talk about getting kicked out for just about anything at Augusta? They're cool. Pull out your cell phone and never go again.
I know.
There you go.
But you get $2 beers and you get $1.35 sandwiches. So just
it's a pimento cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd say the people. I think a great example is what's the tournament in Arizona? The Waste Management.
Yes.
That is the most creative 10,000 hammered people in the entire world. They figure out what those guys' dogs are named and they start talking about them. Yep. Let's get more of that. Let's get less of your unoriginal. I'm just building off of Kyle. I've never seen him that pumped up. Your unoriginal, stupid, non-funny, just copy the drunk guy next to you phrases, and let's get some good content out there, guys. Let's get some stuff caught on the microphone where you're giggling on the couch.
Let's be creative for the love. Let's be creative.
Let's have a day. Bryson.
Have a day. The salmon and pink is dynamite today.
Yes, it is dynamite today.
Loving the mid-game porter move, Tommy. You use a new shampoo.
Seriously, let's be original. Let's be original. I took issue because I felt like, and I do this pretty much in all aspects of life. So it's not just Bryson. I feel like the media and Twitter is pinning all this on Bryson, and I just don't think it's fair. There was a tweet.
But we've discussed it. He doesn't do himself any favors with some of the things that he says.
But that's beside the point. That's beside the point.
But it's not, because even if you take it to another sport like Contreras for the Mets, he gave the fans a thumbs down because they were booing because they keep losing. They have ripped him apart, and the guy's having like an all-star season. So it's the same thing with Bryson. He's doing well, but you can't. The way he's chirped back has not been a good way of chirping back.
But everybody does it. That's the point. Does it. Everybody does it. JT kicked the guy out live on TV for saying get in the bunker. Like, this happens. This is not like this tweet that you sent, Ben. It says if DeChambeau can't take a tiny taunt of Brooksy from a small select few individuals and needs a PGA daddy for new rules, how's he ever going to play in the Ryder Cup? The point of that, the dumb thing about that tweet is it's not Bryson's rule. Like, Bryson, it's not something that is only going into effect because of Bryson. It's because of multiple complaints.
And we agree with that.
Via
but we're
Jay
saying,
Monahan.
But as I said, perception is reality, and they picked a poor time to do this. That's my thing.
Perception is reality if you're a dum-dum. How about that? If you're biased, if you're biased, then perception is reality. If you don't actually take 2 seconds to actually look at the story and look at the quotes from the interview, then I can't help you. And I don't want to help you. And I don't want to hang out with you.
That gummit.
Wow,
I'm fired up.
I am loving Bryson.
I am shaking with rage right now.
But I feel you. I felt that this morning.
He has burned off all the calories of that turkey wrap already.
That turkey wrap is just not even there anymore. It is just air right now. Literal. We gotta go.
Wow. I'm gonna have a dream tonight where like there's gonna be a whiteboard and Bryson's just gonna be doing like formulas on it, and then Kyle's just gonna like walk into the picture, and I'm just not really sure what's gonna be happening. He's gonna be wearing like a Swannies polo buttoned all the way up, and then him and Bryson are gonna like maybe like Stein language back and forth. It's gonna be a weird dream. I can already feel it.
Need a button.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Take it all the way up.
No.
Hey, by the way, I want to throw this out there too. Math is a branch of science. So if you saw
edited Wikipedia to put that up there.
If you saw the tweet exchange, I don't know, I'll post it on Instagram. We had a rage-filled tweet exchange amongst us after the combo, and Ben called me out and said math and science are different. Actually, they're not. They're
because of what Wikipedia says. Because then you never responded when I said, well, ask the math teacher and ask the science teacher. They're both teaching in separate rooms that don't have the same degree. Like, don't even go there with that.
You should ask the people standing behind me in line for lunch, and like I must have looked so perturbed. Like my life looked like it must have been falling apart, texting back and forth, like just standing there. For real? I was over at Block and Barrel, just like losing my mind, waiting for my sandwich. When somebody said co-relative, was it you? Ben said
no. It was
Kyle said co-relative. Don't ever say that to me in a text.
You can't use that term. You
had to graduate from a Ivy League school to be able to use co-relative in a text conversation.
Probably didn't even use it correctly, but it sounded right. When I used
hey, that little example I gave back though, like sounded like
that was hilarious.
Aunt and uncle.
That was.
Yes. Just go back and watch the video, folks. You'll enjoy it.
That's not my relative. That's my co-relative. I'm actually related to that one. I'm just co-related to that one.
That was a good one. So, hey, episode 35.
Yeah.
Did not quite go off the rails like last night. We were a little bit more civilized. I think we're tired.
We're worn out. Yeah.
We're worn out. That was a lot of emotions were spent last night. So,
I'll be honest, I made a butt of myself last night, so I had to come to the table a little bit more.
You really did, man.
You're
just passionate about it.
You came humble, and I appreciate it.
I am passionate about horrible takes from my co-host.
I'm excited because I get to play a little golf this week.
Yes.
First time I've played weekday golf, and
me and Ben get to meet this week. We're gonna do a video. We'll run and hug each other or something. We're gonna see my shorts in person. Look out.
Oh, I've seen enough on video already.
Hey, last sponsor, don't forget to check out Sweetrollzgolf.com
with a Z.
Ben's gonna get to see it live and in person coming up here soon.
Kyle's talking trash. He said he's gonna drop the hammer with a Sweetrollz putter grip.
Dadbod 20 coupon code. Take 20% off. Get you a tricked out putter grip. I'm telling you, they feel amazing. They look amazing. Get it going
and get you a matching hat with it.
Get you the matching hat to go with it. Get your putter grip, get your hat matched up, get ready to rock and roll. Dadbod 20, take 20% off your order. You're ready to go.
Or rock and rolls.
Sweetrollzgolf.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Dadbod Golf Pod.
YouTube.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We got to get those subscriptions up. We need live chats. We need live shows. We need call-in shows. We need that 1,000 mark subscriber thing unlocked. Tell a friend. We already said, tell one friend about the show.
Tell one
friend about the show.
Tell two.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
And some people may just have one friend, Nate.
Yeah, some people may just have one.
Relatable.
Scroll to the first person in your text message. Tell the last person you text messaged about the Dadbod Golf.
Text them right now. Say go to YouTube. Look up Dadbod Golf Pod. Subscribe. Yes.
Hey, thank you guys for listening. Thank you
absolutely
so much for listening to this podcast.
I thought you were talking to us because of that meltdown you had last night.
No,
you're welcome.
The listeners. This is for the listeners.
Dadbod Golf Pod. Always stroking.